Everybody? I wanted to come to you guys with my Impact Wrestling review. So let's get right into the show tonight. Tonight we kick off the semifinals of the Impact Championship tournament tonight on Impact Wrestling. This was the semifinals with Ace Austin versus Hernandez in the semifinals of the Impact World Championship tournament tonight on Impact Wrestling, man. These two guys went out and had a decent match to start the show, man. Ace Austin is very athletic. So is Hernandez. Both guys went out and absolutely had a good match tonight, man. Absolutely fine match between Hernandez and Ace Austin, man. Both guys went out and had a good match in the semifinals of the Impact World Championship tournament tonight to kick off the show for Impact Wrestling. Very good, decent match, man. It wasn't the best match, but it was a decent match for what it was. It was enjoyable. It was fun to watch. Both guys have a lot of talent, man. Both guys are beasts inside the ring as well. Both guys can carry a great match, and the storytelling was also fun to watch. This match went back and forth. It was a great battle between Hernandez and Ace Austin in the semifinals of the number one contendership tournament for the Impact World Championship. This was a great semifinals match, man. These two guys, I would love to see these two guys wrestle again because I think these two guys could put on a really good match. And I believe they could go out and tear the house down if they were given the allotted time to. I think these guys have a lot of talent. I think these guys could build a better match, and I think these two could go out and just absolutely tear the house down in a really good match if they were allowed to have the allotted time to. But this was a good semifinals tournament match for the Impact World Championship, number one contendership. This was a very good semifinals match, man. Hernandez and Ace Austin are absolutely awesome inside the ring, man. Both guys know how to carry a match. Great storytelling. Very fun to watch, man. These guys went out there and had a decent semifinals match tonight to start off the show for Impact Wrestling. These two guys are absolutely awesome, man. Very great talent between these two guys. These two guys went out and had a decent match to start off the show for Impact Wrestling in the semifinals number one contendership tournament for the Impact World Championship. And Ace Austin ended up picking up the win over Hernandez. And Ace Austin ends up advancing into the finals of the number one contendership tournament tonight on Impact Wrestling for the Impact World Championship over Hernandez in a very good match, man. These two, I would love to see these two wrestle each other again, man, because I believe these guys can go out and have a good match. And then we had Chris Bey versus Cousin Jake. This was an alright match between Cousin Jake and Chris Bey. This was an alright match. I'm not a big fan of either guy. I think they're pretty good in the ring. I mean, it was a decent match between Cousin Jake and Chris Bey tonight on Impact Wrestling. This was a pretty decent one-on-one match. It wasn't the best match between these two, but it was pretty decent. I liked it. It was pretty fun for what it was. It wasn't the best match between these two. It was nothing to write home about, but it was decent. I will give that match about a 4.5 out of 10. I would give the Ace Austin and Hernandez about a 5.5 out of 10. Um, but yeah, this match between Cousin Jake and Chris Bey was all right. I didn't really enjoy it. I thought it was okay at best. I didn't really get into it. But Chris Bey ended up picking up the win over Cousin Jake. So yeah, this was an alright match between Chris Bey and Cousin Jake tonight on Impact Wrestling. It was alright. I wouldn't want to see this. I wouldn't want to see this match again between these two. But I think it was a decent match between Chris Bey and Cousin Jake tonight on Impact Wrestling. And then we had and then we had a and then we had what we had then we had a backstage segment with we had a segment with Rosemary. Rosemary, I don't really get her character right now. I don't think Impact Wrestling has nothing to do. So they're just making Rosemary into this comedy sort of thing. I don't really understand why they're putting Rosemary into a comedy segment. I don't really understand that. I mean, I like Rosemary. She's one of my favorite knockouts on Impact Wrestling. But right now, it feels like Impact is just using her for comedy. And I don't really understand that. I don't really get it. And then we have a match between Havoc and Kimberly. Havoc ends up going over on Kimberly by disqualification. So there you go. This match didn't last very long. It was like 1 to 2 seconds. Havoc went over on Kimberly by disqualification. And then we had we had Johnny Swinger and his partner pick up the win. We had Johnny Swinger be ringside for his partner tonight. Um, his partner was okay. He didn't win. He lost his match tonight. I'm not really a fan of the whole Johnny Swinger and his finding friends and whatever. I'm not a fan of it. I don't really care. I think Johnny Swinger is a laughingstock in Impact Wrestling. I really do. I'm not a fan of Johnny Swinger. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry. I'm just not a fan. And then we get a segment with Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna is signing with Impact Wrestling. I'm shocked. I am completely and utterly shocked to see Deonna signing with Impact Wrestling. Deonna, the Virtuosa, signing with Impact Wrestling. That's a shock to me, man. I am shocked. I am shocked WWE is letting Deonna Purrazzo, the Virtuosa, use her name in Impact Wrestling. That's weird, man. I don't see how WWE is allowing that to happen. But hey, congratulations to Deonna Purrazzo, the Virtuosa, for signing with Impact Wrestling. That's a great signing for Impact Wrestling. That is a huge signing, man. So Impact Wrestling, congratulations to you on signing Deonna Purrazzo, the Virtuosa. That is absolutely a huge signing. That is awesome. So congratulations Impact Wrestling, and congratulations to Deonna Purrazzo, the Virtuosa. That is absolutely a huge, huge signing, man. So congratulations to both parties. That's awesome. I'm happy for Deonna Purrazzo, and I'm happy for Impact Wrestling. That's great. And then that's really awesome. And then we had a backstage beatdown. Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan beat down Su Yung and Kylie Ray. It was alright. And then we had the North defending their Impact Tag Team Championships against Cody Deaner and Wheels tonight from the Deaner compound. And I want to give my opinion on this. This was a really cheap knockoff of the Final Deletion that Matt and Jeff Hardy did from the Hardy compound. They try to do the Tag Team Championships from the Deaner compound, which you can tell was a total rip-off of the Final Deletion from being from the Hardy compound with Matt and Jeff Hardy. You can tell this was a total deletion rip-off. I mean, I like that, Impact Wrestling is trying something new. I give them credit for that. So, they had the North defending their Impact Tag Team Championships tonight against Cody Deaner and Wheels tonight from the Deaner compound. I thought that was pretty cool. But what I don't like about it is, you can tell when they did this match from the Deaner compound with the North versus Cody Deaner and Wills for the Impact Tag Team Championships. This was a complete rip-off of the final deletion of Matt and Jeff Hardy. This was a total rip-off. You can tell they were taking shots at Matt and Jeff Hardy during this tag team match from the Diener compound for the tag team championships with the North versus Cody Deaner and Wills tonight from the Diener compound for the Impact Tag Team Championships. This was a complete rip-off of the final deletion by Matt and Jeff Hardy. I don't like how Impact Wrestling is taking shots at Jeff and Matt Hardy and making fun of them and, trying to be like, oh, look what we did. We took another tag team match and we made it a compound match. No. You can't do what Matt and Jeff Hardy done with the final deletion and make it and try to top it. I mean, yeah, this match with the North at the Diener compound, wrestling Cody Deaner and Wills tonight at the Diener compound for the Impact Tag Team Championships. It was all right, but it's no final. It wasn't a final deletion. It wasn't the final deletion that Matt and Jeff Hardy done. You're not gonna top the final deletion. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. You're never gonna top the final deletion of Matt and Jeff Hardy. You're not going to top it. Impact Wrestling took their shot tonight from when the North defended their Impact Tag Team Championships from the Diener compound against Cody Deaner and Wills tonight at the Diener compound. I just think this was way overdone. I mean, yeah, it was cool. I give Impact Wrestling credit for trying to do something new. But this was a total shot at Matt and Jeff Hardy, trying to say, look, we did something y'all did, but we're trying to do it better. And this was a fail in my eyes by Impact Wrestling. You failed this because it wasn't as good as the final deletion when the North defending their Impact Tag Team Championships against Cody Deaner and Wills from the Diener compound. It was fun, it was entertaining, but it was good as the final deletion. That's just my opinion. And then we get the main event of Impact Wrestling. This was the semifinals of the number one contendership tournament with Trey versus Michael Elgin. This was a really good semifinals match with Trey and Michael Elgin in the number one contendership tournament for the Impact Championship. This was a really, really good match, man. These two guys went out there and had the best match of the night, in my opinion. This was the best match of the year with Michael Elgin and Trey tonight in the semifinals of the number one contendership tournament for the Impact World Championship. This was the match of the night. These two guys absolutely went out and had a fantastic match. Stole the show, man. This was the best main event Impact has had in a long, long time, man. Michael Elgin and Trey in the semifinals of the number one contendership tournament for the Impact World Championship tonight in the main event of Impact Wrestling was very, very good, man. These two guys absolutely went out there and stole the show and just had a absolute fantastic match. This was the best match of the year, in my opinion. Impact Wrestling did their job tonight, man. Michael Elgin and Trey in the semifinals of the number one contendership tournament for the Impact World Championship absolutely went out and stole the show. Hands down, greatest match by any on Impact Wrestling. This match was the best match of the year. This was the best match of the night in the main event of Impact Wrestling in the semifinals of the number one contendership tournament for the Impact World Championship tonight in the main event of Impact Wrestling. This was the best match of the night This was the best match of the year between Michael Elgin and Trey in the semifinals of the Impact World Championship Tournament tonight on Impact Wrestling. And Trey ends up picking up the upset win over Michael Elgin, and Trey advances into the finals against Ace Austin for a chance to take on Tessa Blanchard for the Impact World Championship. So this was a really, really good match in the main event between Trey and Michael Elgin in the number one contendership in the semifinals of the number one contendership tournament for the Impact World Championship. Trey picks up the upset win over Michael Elgin, and Trey advances into the finals against Ace Austin, and Trey and Ace Austin will face off to see who will fight Tessa Blanchard for the Impact World Championship. So I'm going to give Impact Wrestling a 7.5 out of 10. There are some things I did like. I liked the segment with Deonna Purrazzo. I liked the main event with Michael Elgin and Trey. I liked the Ace Austin and Hernandez match. I liked, and that's pretty much all I liked. I liked the beatdown with Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan beating down Kylie Rae and Su Yung. I like that as well. So if there were things, I would refer to you guys to go back and watch tonight on Impact Wrestling. Go back and watch the semifinals match between Trey and Michael Elgin in the number one contendership match tonight in the semifinals for the number one contendership for the Impact World Championship tonight in the main event. Go back and watch that. Go watch the beatdown with Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan beating down Su Yung and Kylie Rae. Go back and watch the Ace Austin and Hernandez match. Go back and watch the North versus Cody Deaner and Wills from the Deaner compound for the Impact Tag Team Championships. Go and watch that. I think you guys will enjoy that as well. And go watch, and that was pretty much all I enjoyed. So I'm gonna give Impact Wrestling a 7.5 out of 10. It was a decent show. I enjoyed it. I thought the show was decent. It wasn't the best show, but they did some things tonight. They tried some things that I kind of liked, and I like that about Impact Wrestling, that they're trying some new things. That's kind of cool. So if you guys like this Impact Wrestling review, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And if you guys like, and guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that bell for all notifications. And make sure you guys don't miss an upload or a live stream on my YouTube channel. And I want to say thank you guys for all your love and support of the channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for being on my channel. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys for your continued love and support of the channel. I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys for watching this Impact Wrestling review. I really do appreciate it. Much love. You guys have a great night. I'm out.